What's good, y'all? Justinxanxi here at the little plot that could with another quick little gardening tip on dragon fruit. You can see this dragon fruit here has gotten away from me. It's been around right about 2 years now. I just put it back here, all of them. Put them back here and just kind of let them go. But I am now in need of space back here. So what I'm going to end up doing is going through as many of these dragon fruits as I can, getting rid of all the dead ones, and then all of the good stuff I'm going to show you guys how we're going to end up planting them up and then making them available for sale. I messed up my face. Come on, Shelby. Actually, again, you guys are just staying here. I'm just going to stop the camera. First things first, y'all. Stop, man. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of all the dead ones, all the ones that just don't look healthy. Otis, what are you doing, man? Stop. So you don't think I'm just talking to myself. That's what I have to deal with right now. I'm trying to cut them right so I actually have a little bit more of a stem involved there. Anyway, I'm not going to keep that piece. I'll keep that piece there, though. Do the same thing. Stop, dude. Stuff like this, I'm just going to get rid of. But you can still grow it. Yeah, I know. So like this old piece right here, it's all jacked up. Go ahead and get rid of that. Otis. Yo. You just jacked. Y'all see this, dude? Whatever. All right. Can dogs eat dragon fruit? You're just doing stuff right now. I'm gonna put you inside. You know what? Also, as I'm doing this, to be honest with you guys, I need to start labeling them with the arrow to let me know which direction I need to plant them, because you do not want to get that mixed up. Thank you. All right. I'll be right back. So ultimately, y'all, the goal is to start filling up that carport there with a lot more nursery stock. Things like trees and other little shrubs, and things like dragon fruit as well. We've actually even had a dinner in there, and we do plan on running a couple more dinners in there. It's really fun. So what we'll end up doing when that time comes, at least the plan is, I guess we can walk over there, is all of the nursery stock that we have, we'll just end up putting it around the perimeter of the plot. You can see we kind of building out some other coops and stuff like that for the quail. But anyway, that's kind of what's going to end up happening with a lot of our nursery stock, is that we'll end up selling that as well throughout the course of the year. I'm gonna go get that marker. All right, y'all. Got the Sharpie. Put these gloves back on. You may or may not need to use gloves when you're dealing with dragon fruit. I just kind of like to, because especially for the red ones. The red ones kind of hurt. The white ones, these guys, they're not so bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and I just put an arrow. Boop, boop. That's it. And that's gonna let me know the direction that I'm actually planting them. You can also see, I mean, the reason they call this a dragon fruit is because it looks or resembles a tail of a dragon. With the spines going up this way, that also lets you know that that's the right side, or that this is the bottom of the plant, right? You don't want to plant it upside down, because it won't grow that way. I'm gonna keep that pile always going the same way. Yeah. So the goal is really, guys, I'm just trying to get it to where it's just, for the most part, up to the top of this, up to the top of the trellis here. pieces like this, I'll just go ahead and cut the top part off, get rid of it, and just keep that piece. Wanted most of my plant to be going straight up the trellis here. Like I said, man, these whole systems have been pretty much neglected for the last couple of years, to be honest with you. And these things have actually still just been holding on. I wasn't actually growing these for the fruit necessarily. I actually wanted to begin to propagate them so I could start to sell them, as well as keep some for ourselves. These guys now, we're gonna go ahead and put them on outside and start getting them watered and all that kind of stuff, and see if we can't start generating some fruit out of them. They have some yellow to them, so I'm hoping that they just needed some water. It has been a little bit of time since their last watering. Believe it or not, y'all, these things could actually survive outside of being planted just like this for some time, man. It's a really resilient plant. In fact, all these that you see around me, for the most part, they were all gifted to me. And they have been sitting in a bag for weeks before I actually even got a chance to plant them out. I don't plan on doing that with these ones, but kind of just giving you a testament. That plant's done. Here's all the good stuff from that plant we're going to keep. Get those potted up soon, and then that's all the bad stuff. And then here's the plant. We'll go ahead and water it up. And then we'll get it moved outside because I need space in here. Already got everything knocked out inside the greenhouse. Here we are with the mother plants here. I decided to go ahead and pot up these dragon fruit out here, seeing that the compost pile is back here. What I'm going to end up doing is cutting down a couple trellises for them, or a couple stands for them, and then we'll pot them up, and I'll show you guys how to do it. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to use just an old piece of scrap lumber here, and we're going to do it each at right about 3 foot per pot. We got a lot of dragon fruit in there, you know. Yeah, I just went ahead and decided to go ahead and put the dragon fruit outside. After all, they'll be fine. If we weren't warming up, I wouldn't leave them out here. We're in March, actually going into April now. These guys will be fine. If I do see that we're getting a little too cold, I might go ahead and just roll them in and out just to make sure that they're fine. Real quick too, at the end of the day, this canopy will have a canopy back on top of it, but right now, just because of our wind, I have to keep it down. That's what we're gonna put in when the sun gets a little bit too bright. Anyway, let me make these cut. This right here used to be my old bioreactor, but as you can see, it's no longer one. Just too many windstorms. And at the end of the day, I found that I really just didn't need it. But I did find, however, that it's a really good place for me to start storing a lot of the loose microgreen compost. So I've been using it for that. As soon as we get through with all this compost in here, with a couple more rows, I'll actually come back through and put more of this cloth on there. I quite possibly might even add some landscape fabric, but I'm not sure. Now these ones will actually put back into the greenhouse, and they're probably going to end up being in there for the next couple months actually, or until I see that they're properly rooted in. Some people like to keep their dragon fruit, just kind of packing this down a little bit more. Some people like to keep their dragon fruit indoors, or at least until they see a new pup being formed. As soon as I start seeing an effect, we'll go ahead and put them on out. And again, for me, it's just mainly because of space. And what I mean by an effect, as soon as I start seeing that you know, changing the plant. It looks like it's starting to root. All right, man, so tallest one's first. Now some people will actually cut that a little bit more. I'm not. I'm just gonna kind of leave it at that and just put it just in the soil. As you see, y'all, I'm not really digging deep here, right? It's kind of just barely even in the soil. Another fairly big one. Keep them all about the same size. There's two. And then like right here too, with the ones that actually I did cut into a point. Those are pretty simple just to kind of drop in there. That's all you really want. Arrows are all facing up. Yeah, I knew that was too good to be true. Another thing to keep in mind when it comes to your dragon fruit is to make sure if they need to actually be cross-pollinated or not. The red ones that I actually have do need to be cross-pollinated. Why am I talking so low to you guys? So you want to have a white pollinated, or you want to have a different type of flower or different type of passion fruit around, so that it can actually pollinate your dragon fruit when it comes time. That just dawned on me. So what I'm going to do is go in there and grab a couple other varieties and put alongside of these, so that I'll have like 2 red or 2 white. That way the pollination should be a little bit easier. I've seen some other dragon fruit around the area growing outside, so I'm assuming that they're the white variety, but I have actually seen fruits on some of these dragon fruits, beautiful flowers, and then some fruits on some of these dragon fruit. Pretty certain that the people that own that house didn't get outside to hand pollinate that plant. Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna go grab a couple more. This dude is a little too tight, maybe. I'm gonna go grab a couple more. Big in here. It actually looks like another red. So you know, I'll hold off on this one. We'll plug in these 2 whites here. Oh, my scissors. Old school. Now, on my last grow, I didn't really pay attention to where I was actually placing the actual plant in proximity to the post, which really isn't that big of a deal. But where I did see it quite possibly become a problem now is when it does come time for me to add an automatic watering system to it. You know what I mean? Now I'm gonna have to use like a sprayer as opposed to maybe a just a standard dripper, which I think would actually end up working a lot better for these. Like I said, man, we ain't going for Boy Scout knots here. Just a little double knot, boom, something like that. All right. This big behemoth here. Ooh. I guess I can make it work. This one right here, I'm gonna end up cutting down anyway. You know what, screw it, we'll leave it on there, it's growing. God damn, that shit hurts, man. Keep in mind too, guys, if this in fact is your first time growing dragon fruit, these things go real tall. I mean, these things don't stop growing really, man. So if you do put them outside and you put them like against your house, or if you put them against a tree, be prepared, man. They're gonna crawl they're gonna go all the way up that tree or your house. So kind of be prepared. These tags. Here's everybody all nice and planted in. A couple things. I actually might have messed up because I totally forgot to allow these to cure, the cut sites to cure before I actually planted them. What that means, or what I mean by that, is the parts of which I cut like down there normally take right about 3 to 4 days to heal over. And then I should have put them into the compost or into the soil. I was just in the momentum, y'all, and I was just moving, so I didn't do that. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and let it ride. I've never done it like this before, so I don't know exactly what's gonna end up happening here. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and let them ride and keep my eye on them and make sure that I don't get any kind of rotting down there at the bottom. If I do see rotting start to occur, I'll go ahead and pull them out, cut off the rot part, and then replant them. I should be able to see what's going to be happening here within the next 2 weeks, 10 days to 2 weeks. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here. Also, I know a lot of you guys are probably like, dude, those are way too big of cuttings, especially ones like this. So I've actually had some success in using larger dragon fruit cuttings. So I'm going to go ahead and let it ride. We will see what happens here. If anything, we'll look at this one as an experiment. We still have all of these dragon fruits here to go, as well as all those. As not to mention all the ones outside, all the ones out there as well. As far as those ones go out there, like I was kind of getting at before, they have been neglected, dude. Like, I haven't watered them. I mean, I've just kind of watered them enough to keep them alive. So this season, we will see if we can actually get fruit out of them. One of the biggest reasons I didn't get fruit, I'm pretty sure the only reason I didn't get fruit out of those things is because I neglected them and I wasn't watering them properly. Like I was saying before, I'm going to give these guys right about 2 weeks to see if they're rooted up. And if we actually have the space, I'll leave them inside here until they all start to kind of do this type of thing right here, or start to do that type of thing right there, and add extra pups or extra shoots coming off the top of the dragon fruit there. If I don't have the space, then we'll end up taking them outside. As long as they're rooted, then we'll go ahead and we'll take them outside and more than likely put them in some shade and let them do their thing out there. Anyway, we'll keep our eyes peeled. So these guys like this should be getting some fruit within the year here. I've heard some people I've heard people start to be able to harvest their dragon fruit as soon as 5 months when it comes from clippings, all the way to a year when it comes to clippings. So we'll see exactly how fast we get these ones going. The ones outside, however, I'm expecting them to give me a little bit more fruit. I'm expecting them to give me fruit a little bit faster, seeing that they're full grown, and pretty much all they really need to do is get watered. Hopefully that all works out. That's about all I got on dragon fruit. I hope you guys decide to grow some. They're a really fun grow, guys. They're really easy. They don't really take a lot. Keep in mind, however, that they are in fact tropical cactus, so they do need a little bit more water than normal, than a normal cactus. Right about once a week is pretty much all they really need. So, you know, we'll go ahead and make sure that these guys are nice and watered up in the whole bit, and that we start getting some fruits out of them this year. All right, y'all. Hope this one helps. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.